drop the anchor here, I grab the bridle and there goes the bridle. So I said, okay, drop the anchor, and I put my mask on and went over, found the anchor, and the bridle was laying on the bottom right next to it. So, and Jeff's house is the gray one with all the trees in front. It's Jeff King. He came out, and it got too deep. He didn't want to swim. That's okay. He brought some beers. I said, I don't drink. He goes, well, neither do I. I said, I'm tired. This cold I've got, I'm still not feeling good. There's a freighter going in. He sure took his time. It was nice wind today. There's one boat out, two boats out. But I forgot to tie the topping lift back on the mast. I remember telling myself, put that topping lift on, and I forgot. And had the mast up, go to attach a topping lift to the boom, and son of a gun, had to let the mast back down, so that turned it into a longer project. I'm just not feeling that well. It's really, really, really nice out. I'm getting ready to cook dinner. The wind's supposed to switch to the south tonight, because right now if a boat goes by I catch the rollers because the wind's kind of out of the northeast. But I probably sailed out 5 miles, I don't know, maybe further. Really nice conditions. I suppose I could have sailed to Canada today, but I don't know. I'm getting old. Maybe this boat will go up for sale. Pay attention. I just wanted to add, I didn't know Jeff that well. He's a power lifter, so we'd see him at meets and that. I never got a chance to work out with him because I was going to college then. I think we probably have a 5, 8, 10 year age difference maybe. He said he grew up here. He used to live in a dark blue house, and then I guess when his parents died, and I think that Steve mentioned that, and that's when he got this house over here. Of course, with the age difference, I never saw him because kindergarten we moved to Sheffield Lake. But it's got a nice beach. I guess I'll catch the last of the sunset. If there's any colors afterwards, I'll catch some of that. Headed towards Vermilion. Haven't been in this close before, so thinking that the harbor entrance is just around that little point there. The boat's self-steering. I got the rudder locked. I'm just kind of taking it easy here, deciding whether or not I should clip my toes nails. Nice breeze, don't know how long it'll last. When I headed out this morning it was lighter than this, and then it just quit for a while, which was fine. Just relaxed. Still tired. If I want the boat to go right, I just kind of sit up and bury the right arm, a little more resistance. Otherwise I gotta make micro adjustments on my tiller lock. No auto steer, don't need it right now. Getting a little close here though, might want to get out some. Not sure what I'm going to do today. I thought about meeting Mia in Vermilion, but I don't want to pay for a dock, and I could anchor there, I suppose, but she's not all that fired up about driving in by herself. We'll go another time. We'll see. Not even noon yet. Long day ahead. 85. Lots of rock piled up here. Keep these houses protected. We got a nice little beach there. That's a lot of rock. Not seriously sailing here, just relaxing. Just put the sails so they don't luff and don't bob. Moving along at 6 or 7. Surprising, the wind's out of the north. It switched a lot earlier than they said it was going to. It's supposed to be out of the east, but that's okay with me. It's perfect. Perfect for going east and west. Get one more look at all this rock over here. I don't know if it shows or not. That should be the outer breakwall, I think, at Vermilion. The outer breakwall wasn't even there the last time I ever sailed the Vermilion up close. Another little beach in there with kayaks. That's not bad. A little davit crane on the end of the pier there for putting the jet skis in. Really nice big beach here. It looks like that's a park there. So it might be public access, and they've got it buoy marked to keep the jet skis out. Swimming area only. I don't see lifeguards. That's why it makes me wonder whether or not it's a public beach. Kayaks piled up over there. This is on the east side of the entrance to the harbor. It should be right in front of where that white boat is. Well, there's the outer breakwall. And here's the entrance to the harbor. See what happens to the wind here behind the breakwall. Definitely going to get blocked. I'm going to make sure I don't get backwinded here. It's kind of north-northwest. There's the lighthouse. Yeah. Big old couple of boats there. It's a nice harbor. The thing is, during the winter it ice jams and these houses can get flooded. Don't know if it gets up quite to the houses, but it'll get the front yards. They got to use dynamite to clear it some winters. And it's a nice public beach here. I could anchor here for the night, but it's too early. If it was 4 o'clock or so, I would. I think I'm just going to sail back and anchor off the hot waters again. And you can make out Cedar Point. You can see the white boat to the port left of the white boat. They're barely visible, so it's only not on the camera. Used to be an old building there that they had a naval history museum in it. They tore it down. It was going to cost too much money to maintain it, so they turned it into kind of a park now. They're going to build something. They're spending a lot of money. That's a brand new building there. That's a refreshment restroom clothes change in place. We walk down here from after we park and have our perch dinner at Route 6. And then we used to have ice cream at Grandma's, but they couldn't hire help. So we never know. They don't stay open as long as they used to. They've got toffs. It's the best. All right, we're headed back. I just kicked up the centerboard. I mean, this far out. Must be a sandbar. Damn it. Mucked up my new paint job. He's got the safety cleats on them. They pop out. Well, I got to get my centerboard back down. Now let's try this out. Yeah, set it in the corner. I don't know what it's filming, but I'm eating celery and carrots. Got the auto steer on. Headed back to Lorain. Bumped into a sandbar over there, so I'm going to have to probably touch up some paint. Pretty far offshore. Making lots of power, so lazy sailing now. I like 2 more carrots here. Little wind shift. There it comes back. Figure that's all you want to watch me eat. Boy, we got a hell of a wind switch. Back to Lorain. Ridden's up, back down. About 6.5 to 7.9. 0.3 right now. Oh, a little calmer here. Protection from the break wall. Blowing a little harder than the marine weather said it was going to. That's fine with me. But geez, I wish somebody would look out the window when they put those reports out. Somebody going back in. I'll stay out for a little bit yet. I don't think I've ever filmed this. There's a nice little cabinet here inside. So, you know, food, bath stuff, medicine stuff. And then there's a shelf up here, which in the evening here I've thrown a lot of stuff up here. And this is where I will also keep the screens. And there are also the white ones here in case it's raining. It's a little finicky getting them into place, but everything is nice. It's very well made. My sink. This is a table that sets here and fits in the grooves here, so you can sit here and eat. The little stove. There's my garbage. Here's my electronics. Late in the day, so we're not drawing very much. Batteries are sitting at 13.5, which is just good. Some switches. Underneath the bedding there's a 60 amp breaker for the electric motor. Pots and pans, silverware, magazines, clothes, clean and dirty, and of course my bed that's not made yet. I just tuck it into place. This is the last piece that goes into place when you close up the hatch. Right now I have the hatch components stored under the bed. There's a drawer here for lines and whatever. Simrad unit, very nice compass, and a depth meter that I don't have hooked up yet. It doesn't have much use here in Lake Erie. Here's the screens from the outside, and again there's solid ones. Now don't leave this up while you're sailing. If you fall on it or crash something on it, it's going to bust it up, and you're going to have a hell of a time trying to fix it. Alright, just a quick run. One more thing. There's the mini fridge. That used to be where he had the head, and I just don't need it on here. And the batteries used to also be in the front, and I drilled that hole, and the red and black line you see, I ran the batteries into the next compartment. A little circle there, so we're getting to the pin to the centerboard. But again, you can see there's room for cans of food. I try to set them so that there's no abrasion going on. I got the fridge set at 41. I've had plenty of power this trip. It's been nice and sunny. And power for the fridge. Mostly cigarette plugs. I also have an expander. You can put it in there and have 2 receptacles and a USB, which I use for running my little fan that I have. This is a forward little hatch, looking up at the mast, and oh, the light's never quite good enough. This is over my head, looking towards the bow. It's upside down. There's the forward bulkhead, but very nice fit and finish, nice woodwork. This is the main beam for the amas. That's the primary beam for the mast. But really nice. Mark did nice work. I don't know if you can see it or not. There are 2 overhead lights. One there and one there. They're nice. Well, eating some breakfast. Nice morning, breeze out of the south. We'll see what happens. Today may be my last time sailing the boat. My wife and I have talked, and it might be time to sell. Great boat, does everything I want it to. And yes, that little green bottle there is exactly what you think it is. It's a lot easier than going outside.
For the following marine locations, Marina Beach to Vermilion. Today, southeast winds 10 knots or less, becoming east. Mostly sunny. Waves 1 foot or less. Tonight, east winds 5 to 15 knots, becoming southeast. A chance of showers in the evening, then a chance of showers with a slight chance of thunderstorms overnight. Waves 2 feet or less. Friday, south winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming southwest. Showers with a chance of thunderstorms. Waves 2 feet or less. Friday night, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Showers likely with a chance of thunderstorms. Waves 2 feet or less. Winds and waves higher in and near thunderstorms. The water temperature off Toledo is 74 degrees, off Cleveland 75 degrees, and off Erie 73 degrees. I noticed the boaters, they will be firing in impact area 1 from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. today. Boaters should avoid the area of Camp Erie, marked on their charts as Danger Zone 1, and stay outside the orange flag marker buoys. The Cleveland, Ohio climate summary for yesterday, August 14th, 2024. Yesterday's high temperature was 82 degrees. Winds at Toledo were from the southeast at 3 knots. Winds at Camp Perry were from the south at 4 knots. Winds at Marblehead were from the south at 3 knots. Winds at the buoy, located 17 miles north of Vermilion, were from the southeast at 6 knots. Waves on the lake were 1 foot. The water temperature was 76 degrees. Winds at South Bass Island were from the southeast at 6 knots with an air temperature of 70 degrees. Winds at Lorain Light were from the south-southwest at 3 knots. Winds at Lorain Light were from the south-southeast at 6 knots. Winds at Cleveland Lakefront were from the south-southeast at 7 knots. Winds at the buoy, located 14 miles north of Cleveland, were from the west-northwest at 4 knots. Waves on the lake were 1 foot and the water temperature was 74 degrees. The water temperature off Toledo is 74 degrees, off Cleveland 75 degrees, and off Erie 73 degrees. At 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, August 15th, the water...
Well, that's marine radio. Yeah, it's blowing at least 6. Nice brisk breeze this morning. I'll probably sail to Avon, and then I'll see how I feel. Because the wind just quit yesterday, so I don't want to get into a situation where I got to motor back. Get the boat put up and get rested. Might be the last one. When you're 20 years old, you don't think about what it's really going to be like to be 70. And I'm still 20 years old inside sometimes. I'm going to miss this boat. I'll probably get another, but it'll have to be simpler. Heaven forbid a jet ski. Wind's out of the south, so I had to come out here to find some wind. Said I was going to go to Avon, but we'll see. Sheffield Lake's just a tack yet. And that's it. Jumped off the boat yesterday to fiddle with that centerboard, wet sanded it some more, got rid of some of the sticky spots. There's a monarch butterfly. We're home from Canada. Get it in the land. I'm not going to get on the boat here, but the wind, hopefully he'll make it. You always do. What was I saying? Yeah, I jumped in the water and went to heave myself up on the boat. I couldn't get up. I can still go to the gym. I can still do... Well, I can't chin up my own weight anymore. I do assisted chins. Luckily, I had a line set over, so... Rude awakening. The one thing I didn't do that I wanted to do was sail to Canada. Yeah, I could still do it. It'd be a good day to do it. I'll have to stay on the bucket list. She's a good boat. Somebody else will enjoy her. And in case anybody's wondering, I'm not stupid. I tied myself up a rope ladder before I got back in the water. Looking at centerboard somewhere. Old, but not quite stupid. Here's the old house. Looks good. Sheffield Lake Landing. End of the journey. 2-hour backup. Okay, we're docked. I don't normally do this, but it's not crowded. There's nobody here. Just kind of showing how I got things tied off for anybody that buys the boat. That single line is enough to hold. I just get the trailer down here and get it lined up. Thought I get a picture of the rig. This whole thingamabob.